This just in. Ndamukong Suh is good at football. Suh's 2009 numbers were not only better than any defensive lineman in the country, in some cases, they were better than the entire defensive lines of some of the best teams in America. 24 tackles for loss, more than Alabama's entire defensive line. 10 pass breakups, the same as Bama and Florida's combined D-line production. 24 quarterback hurries, 14 more than the Texas D-line. And his 3 blocked kicks, the same as the Bama, Florida, and Texas combined D-line production. Not bad for a guy who didn't even play defense until his junior year in high school.
My dad played soccer professionally in Europe, and this just at a young age, it's kind of been something that's instilled in me, more or less due to my genes. I've kind of outgrew soccer in the sense that I was so physical that I'd get cheap calls and calls that I feel that weren't warranted to me just because I was big and physical. I got to the place to where I realized I could play football and I can hit people and not get in trouble for it. I'm getting applauded for hitting somebody hard or knocking somebody down, and that's kind of my job. So I took to that and kind of ran with it.
But there would be no football as a freshman at Portland's Grant High School, not until he could prove to his school teacher mother Bernadette that he could maintain a 3.0 grade point average. Unfortunately for Portland area high school quarterbacks, Ndamukong hit the books. And by the time he was a junior, he developed a penchant for hitting something else.
Found a huge love in sacking the quarterback. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't care about tackles, I didn't care about TFLs or anything of that sort. I just wanted to sack the quarterback.
After an All-American senior year, he joined the Nebraska recruiting class of 2005, cracking the starting lineup as a sophomore during the tumultuous 2007 season.
A lot of people don't know, and something that I kind of kept private, that I had put my name in the NFL draft after the 2007 season. But I just wanted to have a peek or have an understanding of how I was viewed at the next level and how I was viewed as a player and what my weaknesses were and what my strengths were. Some of the weaknesses: couldn't pass rush, plays the run well but doesn't have good hands or things of that sort. And having somebody point those things out to you, as well as Coach Bo, kind of gives you an idea of what things you had to work on. And obviously I needed that kind of reality check. Not saying I felt myself as a very good player at that point in time, but being a starter, you don't think you're messing up too bad.
It was then that Suh made a conscious decision to be more than just good. Number 93 began to flourish under the tutelage of new head coach Bo Pelini and staff, putting the conference and country on notice with a strong finish to the 2008 season. And after a stellar performance at Missouri this season, the national media discovered that pronouncing Ndamukong Suh was much easier than trying to block him.
I thought it was a joke that they're kind of playing on me after the Missouri game, and especially all the media attention that came in after that College Game Day and just AP, Associated Press coming in, and I think Wall Street Journal sports section was coming in. I was like, Wall Street Journal has a sports section?
For the remainder of 2009, Suh gobbled up ball carrier after ball carrier and award after award. All Conference, All American, the Lombardi, the Bednarik, and the Nagurski Awards. The first ever defenseman to be named AP National Player of the Year. Even 4th place for the offense-biased Heisman Trophy. And tonight, he becomes the nation's leading 8th Nebraska Cornhusker to take home the Outland Trophy.
I mean, that's great pride to be able to win those awards and be next to that list. You get to know those guys and you've met them and talked to them, and now you're kind of in their same situation. It was just mind-boggling how it unfolded, and I'm very happy. And all the other guys that I played against or had to go up against to win these awards are all deserving, but I'm glad that I ended up taking them home.
I think we all had one last time. I don't know how you guys say it. I don't yell it, I don't say it, but I think one last time, let's call them up the right way. And on the count of 3, let's say it. 1, 2, 3. Ndamukong Suh, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. I don't know, I'm not a very emotional person, as in crying and so forth, but for some reason it hit me when watching that video that this is the last time that I'll be in Nebraska and be a Cornhusker and being able to step on that field in K-State. I'm going to definitely miss it, and being able to obviously hear that great chant that you guys do, but it means a lot. I mean, it's tremendous how far I've come in these last 5 years. It's meant so much to me and my family, so much you guys have done throughout just the small things with school and football and just helping hand everybody's done. Mr. Rozier, I mean, you've come into my life and helped me so much, and as well as all you former players, Mr. Weirgert, it's been a blessing to meet you and kind of following your footsteps and moving along with that. I mean, it's an honor to be able to be named next to guys like that, Rich Glover and Larry Jacobson and Dave Remington, Dean Steinkerler, Will Shields, and so forth. And just to be on that same list of an Outland Trophy winner, just listening to Mr. Hicks throughout the last 3 days, I mean, it is going to last within my life. It's going to be with me for the rest of my life. You're going to always be recognized as a guy, Ndamukong Suh, the Outland Trophy winner, which is something that I take great pride in, and it comes with a great responsibility that I'm glad to have on my shoulders. It means a lot. And the staff, Coach Carl, I mean, just being able to, sorry. It means a lot. Just everything that you've done, coached me, and just small talks that sitting in your office, just me and you with the door closed, being man to man, it means a lot, and I really appreciate it. As well as you, Coach Sanders. I mean, we joke around, like you said, and I had to beat him up a couple times. But I did promise him one time that I'd never beat him up in front of his wife and kids. Coach Eckler, I mean, all the time you joke and hit me in my stomach when I'm coming off the field exhausted, I appreciate it. Pushing me that much harder to work. I just like to thank everybody, and I'm very glad I could be the 9th or 8th Husker. Obviously, Mr. Dave Rivington obviously won it twice, but it's great to bring it back to Nebraska, and thank you very much.